Hello students, I hope you enjoyed my first class. So this is my second class in basic concepts of economics. Today's lesson is about national income. After the end of the class, you like my channel and also subscribe this channel. And with that, press the bell icon so that every new notification will come to you regular basis and we continue our rest of the journey. So thank you. The discussion on national income is based on several textbooks of economics and the documents released by the International Monetary Fund (IMF) and the World Bank (WB) in the areas of comparative economics and international economics. It was Simon Kuznets, a Nobel Prize winning economist from the USA, who first conceived the idea of national income. You may say income is probably the most frequently used term in the economics. When the idea of human development came into being in the early 1990s, was heavily dependent on the level of income. As income of a single person can be measured, it can be measured for a nation and the whole world, although the method of calculation may be little bit of complex in that case. Cost and price national income. While calculating national income, the issues related to cost and price also needs to be decided. Basically, there are two sets of cost and price, and an economy needs to choose at which of the two cost and two price it will calculate its national income. So let us understand the confusion and the relevance of this confusion. So first term is cost. What is cost? It's a value of its total produced goods and service may be calculated either the factor cost or market cost. Basically, factor cost is the input cost. The producer has to incur the process of producing something such as cost of capital, that is interest on the loan, raw materials, labor, rent, power, etc. This is also termed as factory price or production cost or price. Or you may say actually market cost is derived after adding the indirect tax to the factor cost of the product. It means the cost at which the goods reach the market, that is showrooms. These are the central exercise, or you may say CST, in India, officially used to calculate its national income at factor cost, though the data at market cost was also released, which were used for other purpose by the governments, commerce and industry. The next term is price. Price is income can be derived at two prices, constant and current. The difference in the constant and current price is only that of the impact of inflation. Inflation is considered standstill at a year of the past. This is your base year. Now the current base year is 2017 and 18. As per new guidelines, India calculates its national income at constant price. So in this class, some term you have to always remember. The first term has come to your mind is GDP. So what is GDP? GDP is your gross domestic product. It is the value of the all final goods and service produced within the boundary of a nation during 1 year period. For India, This calendar year is from 1st April to 31st March. It is also calculated by adding national private consumption, gross investment, government spending, and trade balance, exports minus imports. Or you may say domestic. Domestic is your all economic activities done within the boundary of a nation. Or product. Product is used to define goods and service together, and final means the stage of a product after which there is no known chance of value addition in it. So actually GDP is equal to here C plus I plus G plus NX, where C is your consumption, I is your investment, and G is your government expenditure, and NX is your net export. And after calculating GDP, the next term is coming is your NDP. It's your net domestic product. So when we calculate the net domestic product, always remember the term depreciation. So when we subtract depreciation from GDP, the term which is your hand is called NDP, net domestic product. Actually, depreciation it happens the assets while the goods and service were being produced. Every asset except human beings go for depreciation in the process of their use, which means the wear and tear. The government of the economic decide they announce the rates by which assets depreciate done in India by the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, and its list is published. After GDP, next term is GNP, Gross National Product, is equal GDP plus income from abroad. But in case of India, it is always negative. Next term is your Net National Product, NNP. It is the value of GNP after deducting depreciation of plant and machinery. So NNP is your GNP minus depreciation. Next the term is your national income or NI is your NNP, net national product minus indirect tax plus subsidies. And the next term is your real national income RNI. It is the value of national income adjusted for inflation and calculated from some reference point. You may say it's base point. So reference point is your base year, and current base year is 2017 and 18. Always remember now current base year is your 2017 and 18. And last term is your PCI or per capita income. So is PCI is equal national income divided by population of the country. Problems in calculating of national income. First term is black money. Illegal activities like smuggling and unreported income due to tax evasion and corruption are keeping outside the GDP estimates. Thus, parallel economy poses a serious hurdle to accurate GDP estimates. Next is your non-monetization. In most of rural economy, considerable portion of transaction occurs informally and they are called as non-monetized economy. This keeps the GDP estimates at a lower level than the actual. Next is your growing service sector. Many services like BPO, value addition in legal consultancy, health service, financial and business service and service sector as a whole is not based on accurate reporting and hence national income is underestimated. The last term is your double counting. It is also a hurdle to accurate GDP estimates, though there are some corrective measures, but it is difficult to eliminate it. National income estimations in India. The national income estimation first attempt by Dadabhai Naoroji in 1867 to 68 and first scientific method by Professor V.K. R.V. Rao in 1931 to 32 and first official attempt by Professor P.C. Mohlanovis in 1949. In India, Central Statistical Organization CSO 1949 is established, now renamed as Central Statistical Office CSO, has been formulating national income. Central Statistical Office CSO has two wings. One is National Statistical Organization NSO and other one is National Sample Survey Office. Now we discuss about previous year questions. First question is the term national income represents. There is four options are there. A is your GNP at market price minus depreciation, GNP at market price minus depreciation plus net factor income from abroad, GNP at market price minus depreciation and indirect tax plus subsidies. So answer is your GNP at market price minus depreciation and indirect tax plus subsidies. Option C is your right answer. Number 2, which one of the following institution prepares the national income estimates in India? So answer is your CSO, Central Statistical Organization. Number 3, the national income of a country for a given period is equal to. Option A is your total value of goods and service produced by the nationals, sum of the total consumption and investment expenditure, sum of personal income of all individual, and money value of final goods and service produced. So answer is your number D, money value of final goods and service produced. Question number 4 is in India, the per capita income is the lowest in. So answer is your Bihar. Number 5, which of the following is not required while considering GNP? Purchasing of goods by government, private investment, per capita income of citizens, net foreign investment. So answer is your net foreign investment. Number 6, which of the following increase continuously with increase in production? So answer is your variable cost. Number 7, Which of the following is not a method of estimating the national income of a country? The answer is your income input method. Number 8. The national income of a country is, option A is the annual revenue of the government, B is your sum total of factor income, number C surplus of public sector undertakings, and option D is your export minus import. So correct answer is your option B, sum total of factor income. Question number 9. The largest source of India's GDP is A. Agriculture and allied activities, foreign trade, service sector. So answer is your option A, agriculture and allied activities. Question number 10. The unorganized sector of India is characterized by, option A is more currency transactions, option B more bank transactions, C more barter transactions, and option D excise on alcoholic liquors. So current unorganized sector of India is characterized by more currency transactions. Question number 11. One of the problems in calculating the national income in India correctly is option C, non-monetized consumption. So thank you students. Hope you enjoyed today's lesson. And if any comments you want to give me, so please go to comment box and write your comment. And I hope you enjoy this class and wait for the next class. And next class will be your economic growth and development. So thank you.